In this episode, I answer a question from a massage therapist who's trying to figure out how to optimize their marketing to help attract quality clients using social media and trying to keep the costs relatively low. Welcome back to the Soft Tissue Treatment Revolution podcast, where we teach overworked massage therapists a new injury treatment system that eliminates the frustrations of not getting consistent results, allowing them to cut their treatment times by at least 50% and easily double their income. If you're new to the show and you have no idea who I am, my name is Dr. Matt Maggio, and I got my degree in chiropractic well over 13 years ago, but have never performed an adjustment in practice and focused my treatments solely on doing quality soft tissue-based work. So essentially, you could say I'm an anti-chiropractic chiropractor and believe that the best and safest treatments in the world to help fix injuries and help people get out of pain are soft tissue treatments delivered by world-class massage therapists. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the show. This question came from Emily, who is a massage therapist in Georgia. And I think she said she's been practicing for 7 years and operates her own solo business. The question was, let me read it here. I have been pretty consistent over the past year with being about 90% booked up in my business, but have kind of grown stagnant and bored with doing more of the traditional massage work and want to stay working more in treating injuries and chronic pain like you do. But I have no idea how to go about marketing this idea to new clients who are looking for this specific treatment and not having them think I'm just doing regular massage work. I do have social media accounts and Facebook and Instagram, but I rarely post on there as most of my practice is word of mouth from other clients. I know my current clients probably wouldn't go for the change of doing a shorter but more effective treatment like you talk about. So I need to figure out a way to find ideal clients outside of my current client base, but I have no clue of where to even start. I don't have much budget to spend on all this. Should I hire a marketing agency, start running ads, do events, or anything else? Any insights and guidance would be much appreciated. Thanks for all the information you've shared over the years. It's been extremely valuable to me. All right, let's get right into it. I do like doing this format with Q&A and everything like that. So just a quick reminder, if you have a question you want me to answer, please send it in with the information in the description box below or wherever you're consuming this. And if I think my insights can help, I'll get an episode out to you. So let's just start with, what is marketing actually for? Honestly, it's the lifeblood of your business. It's really at its core and basis is this idea of just making you aware, making other people aware that you exist. There's a guy I follow over the years. He's like, if they don't know me, they can't flow me. So I made a lot of these mistakes early in my career and spent a ton of money that I really wasted because I was doing what Emily thought would help too, is like outsourcing this to an agency, and people that came to me are like, oh, we can help with marketing your business. We specialize in that. And I really thought I could outsource it and make it easier. But what happened was it wasn't genuine. It really just was like cookie cutter, like, they were just doing the same things, like offer these low level, gimmicks and things for them to come in, stock photos and all that crap. And it wasn't done well. And, they were really, doing well in the beginning and they were all paying attention. But like month 2 or 3 in, I was just another number for them. They passed me on to some junior person. And basically I was just pissing away $3 or $4 grand a month. I stayed on longer than I should because they kept telling me, oh, it's just going to take some time to grab some traction. But I really realized that you can't outsource your marketing. And I started to learn how to do it all myself. They got this amazing thing called YouTube and Google and podcasts and reading books. And I really started to understand marketing, what it was, how to do it, how to get my messaging correct and get it in front of the right people. So just a quick context when I'm doing these episodes and talking specifically about this, I had some dickhead a couple weeks ago on one of the social media platforms, like basically say something about, because I was telling people about how to avoid, asking for hand jobs and doing all sorts of weird stuff and switching to more of like a treatment-based method like I do. And he was just like, just do whatever you want. Don't listen to this guy. He's full of shit, whatever. Like, no, this is the context I'm talking about, is marketing myself directly to chronic pain sufferers who are looking for a solution-based treatment But these concepts can work in any type of soft tissue based treatment practice, but they really work in the chronic pain. I like working in the chronic pain market. If you want to just rub on people and rub lotions and oils on them, that's fine, but that's not what I'm going to teach you how to do. So there's 4 strategies to marketing. I'm going to go through each one of these. First one is stick to one platform and decide to do one of the following things there. One platform only. I know you always are like, oh, I want to be all over the place. Start with one platform, learn it, max it out. There's 3 different levels you can go when you're making content. One is you can entertain, one is you can motivate, and the other one is you can educate. But you see so many people trying to do all 3 of those, and the content kind of just gets lost. It's confusing. It looks weird sometimes. I really focus solely on the education side of things, because if I'm looking at chronic pain sufferers, they want to look at me as like a specialist and an expert. So I want my page to be strictly educational, because that's going to help me convert and get the best quality clients, because I'm not doing all this other weird shit and trying to make them laugh or, airing out all my drama. Just a quick side note, if you want to, really be taken seriously as a provider and someone that can actually help, stop posting nonsense. I see the dumbest shit that people put on their pages and talk about their personal lives and all this stuff, or talk shit about clients and stuff like that. Like, don't do that if you want to be taken serious. Next is the format. So I follow a format anytime I make a post, I make a video, I write an article, whatever. It's called problem, agitate, and solve. Basically, you want to start it off with like, hey, been dealing with chronic tight traps, done all the treatments you can in the world, still having problems, having trouble sleeping, having trouble focusing at work, really just always constantly in neck pain. This video is going to be a solution for you, or this article is going to be a solution for you. Like, really get the idea of what you want, what the problem is, dig it in a little bit more, and then talk about in the video how you can actually go about solving it. Because at the end of the day, people don't need more services, they want more solutions. Next thing is, make sure you have a clear call to action and have an offer. What is a call to action? You gotta tell the potential client what to do, how to take action, because people that are confused don't know what to do. So every post has to have one clear call to action. A lot of times people, when they're first starting out marketing on their own, they actually kind of mess up and put multiple calls to action. They're like, hey, like, comment, share, reach out. Pick one and be very focused on that as well. Because at the end of the day, like I said, confused buyers don't buy. Next part is the offer. You have to have some type of offer. You have to give something to them that makes them intrigued and want to reach out and learn more. So what I do and teach is we offer a no charge injury consultation. The wording there is really, really important. I don't say free, because a lot of times when you say something like free, it has some weird just affiliations with it. It can feel like there's some catch or something like that. So what we do is we call it a no charge injury consultation. We have them put a deposit down for that, and then we refund the deposit back. I won't go into all the details of that. The other thing that I do, and I think this is really important, especially for people in chronic pain that are looking for solutions, is we actually qualify them for that consultation. And what I want to see is they have a specific problem that I do. I only do neck, shoulder, elbow, and wrist problems. They need to have been dealing with the problem for at least 6 months and seen at least 2 to 3 other providers, chiro, PT, massage, something like that. When that happens, what I find is they're more geared up for the treatment, for getting the results, and making sure they're in a really, really good place. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and this is the most important when you're making content or you're trying to do content or do it, don't worry what it looks like. Don't think you look stupid. Don't worry if you say, whatever. Just be consistent. It really stuck with me. It's been almost 8 or 9 years ago from my mentor. I was having trouble making content and putting it out there because I thought I looked stupid. I thought I looked like an idiot. I thought nobody was going to listen. And he said to me, he goes, someone is crying themselves to sleep every night with a problem that you can help solve, but they don't even know that you exist. The best part about all of this stuff is it can be done for free, but the key is going to be the consistency, so that when someone does see your information, they can be better educated and more likely to buy. But if there's nothing there, they'll go somewhere else. I read this in a marketing book, and it was from it was like a blurb from like 1895. And what they said was people need to see your stuff for at least 7 to 8 times before they even notice it. It's probably even worse nowadays because of all the just stuff and nonsense that's on social media and everything like that. So when you're creating content, don't look at that original content piece as like, I'm going to get all these new clients just off of that. You want to have that as a tool so that when a client is researching you or they see that, you can use it as a piece of content to educate them about what you do and help them understand that you're a true expert in what you do and you know what you're doing. And it really helps elevate that to a different status and looked as that true solutions provider. And then a bonus on all this is if you're seeing some of the posts work on a particular platform and you're getting like good organic feedback from it, then actually throw some money at it. Specifically like on Instagram or Facebook, throw $50-$100 into it a week, and you'll be amazed at how many more people will start to see it, and then they'll be exposed to content. But the key really is going to be consistent in what you do and just show up. Start off with once a week, then twice a week, and eventually get to the point where you're posting 3 or 4 times a week, following that format: problem, agitate, solve, continuing to have the offer, continuing to have the clear call to action, and you'll be amazed at what it can do. Lastly, I'm going to do a CTA in the podcast itself so you can kind of see how that just kind of intertwines and mingles into it as well. I'm going to do it on my own right now so you can see how to do it. So here's the thing. I want you to focus more on a solution-based type treatment that helps those in chronic pain, as opposed to being more service-based, kind of just doing a little bit of everything. We do have a free training course for that teaches you exactly how to do that, specifically in the problem of chronic neck pain, that hopefully helps you to change your perspectives on the idea of getting paid for the result instead of how much time you spend with the client. And links to that are included in the description of the episode or wherever you're consuming that. See what I did there? I weaved in a clear call to action. So that's all I got for the episode. I appreciate you listening or watching or wherever you're consuming this. And as I close out every podcast, go out there and be great this week. The world needs access to your amazing treatments so they can stay the hell away from the traditional medical model of pain pills, injections, and surgeries, which only make things worse and ruins people's lives. Catch you on the next one. Bye.